Hello, lovely students. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited today because today we will discuss what is indirect instruction. The indirect instructions methods, the disadvantages of their indirect instruction or teaching. Now, first, we will talk what is the definition of indirect instruction. Indirect instruction is mainly student-centered, although direct and indirect instructions can complement each other. Indirect instruction seeks a high level of students' involvement in observing, investigating, drawing inferences from data, or forming hypotheses. It takes advantage of students' interest and curiosity, often encouraging them to generate alternatives or solve problems. It is flexible in that it frees students. Indirect instructions also fosters creativity and the development of interpersonal skills and abilities. Indirect instructions, the role of the teacher shifts from lecturer or director to that facilitator, supporter, and a resource person. The teacher arranges the learning environment, provides opportunity for students. Indirect teaching or indirect approach is an approach in which concept, patterns, and abstractions are taught in the context of strategies that emphasize concept learning, inquiry, and problem solving. Indirect instruction strategies involve asking questions, organizing contents, student self-evaluation, and group discussions. Since the indirect instruction in students, teachers, learners' involvement is very important. Students are not passive receivers. They are part of the classroom decision-making. The teacher's role shifts from being a lecturer to a facilitator, support, and resource person. In indirect instruction, the teacher takes on the role of facilitator or guide rather than the primary source of information. The goal is to create a learning environment where students actively engage in the learning process, construct their own understanding, and develop problem-solving and inquiry skills. Let's talk about the indirect teaching methods. First one is the inquiry-based learning. Students are encouraged to ask questions, investigate problems, and explore topics independently or collaboratively. The emphasis is on developing curiosity, critical thinking, and research skills. Second method is a problem-based learning. Students are presented with real-world problems or scenarios that require them to apply their knowledge and skills to find solutions. This approach promotes critical thinking, teamwork, and problem-solving abilities. The third is project-based learning. Students engage in long-term projects that involves research, planning, and implementation. They work independently or in groups to explore a topic in depth, apply knowledge to real-life situations, and develop skills such as time management and collaboration. The fourth, cooperative learning. Students work in small groups to accomplish learning tasks or projects. They collaborate, share ideas, and learn from each other's perspective. This approach fosters communication skills, teamwork, and social interaction. The fifth method is discovery learning. From the work itself, students are provided with opportunities to explore and discover knowledge independently. They engage in hands-on activities, experiments, or simulations to develop deeper understanding of concepts. Then the sixth one is Socratic questioning. The teacher uses a series of probing questions to guide student thinking and encourage critical analysis. This method stimulates reflection, reasoning, and deeper understanding. Indirect teaching or indirect instructions approaches are based on the constructivist theory of learning, which emphasizes the learners actively construct knowledge by building upon their prior knowledge and experiences, by engaging students in meaningful and authentic learning experiences. Indirect teaching or instructions are also as an implicit or discovery-based approach, refers to a teaching method where students acquire knowledge or skills through exploration, experimentation, and problem solving, rather than through direct instruction or explicit guidance. While indirect teaching can have its benefit, it also has some disadvantages. Here are few of disadvantages of indirect instruction. First, time consuming. Indirect instruction methods often require more time than direct instruction. Students need to explore and discover concepts on their own, which can be a slower process compared to direct explanation by a teacher. This can be a disadvantage when there is a limited available or when there is a need to cover a large amount of content within a specific time frame. Second, inconsistent outcomes. Because indirect instruction allows to greater students autonomy and exploration, outcomes can vary among students. While some students may grasp the concept and achieve the intended learning outcomes, others may struggle or understanding the content. This inconsistency in outcomes can make it challenging for teachers to ensure that all students have acquired the necessary knowledge and skills. The third, lack of foundation knowledge. Indirect instruction methods often assume that students have a certain level of prior knowledge or foundation understanding. However, if students lack the necessary background knowledge, they may struggle to make sense of a new concept or task presented to them, or this can lead to frustration and hinder their learning progress. The fourth one, potential misconceptions without direct instruction. Students may develop misconception or incomplete understanding of the subject matter. Since they are not guided explicitly, they may form incorrect hypotheses or draw incorrect conclusions. This misconception can be difficulty to identify and correct, potentially leading to long-term misunderstandings that may need to be addressed later. Fifth, limited content coverage. Indirect teaching can be more exploratory and open-minded, focusing on depth rather than breadth of content. While this depth can enhance students' understanding, it may also limit to the coverage of a wide range of topics within a given time frame. If there is a need to cover a comprehensive curriculum, indirect teaching methods may not be as efficient in terms of content coverage. It is important to note that while there are advantages to indirect teaching, it also has its strengths. The choice of teaching approach should depend on factors such as the subject matter, the student's learning needs and abilities, and overall learning goals. Once again, thank you for listening. I hope you enjoy and you've learned something from our topic that we've discussed today. So this has been Emily Grace Aurelio, your teacher, Emily G. Goodbye and God bless to everyone. Thank you for watching.